How many people lose their will to live because they don't know who they are and they don't find a reason to go on? Some people believe that living is to follow steps. That is, to be born, to grow up, and to die. Other people think that their value is determined by the success they can achieve. That is, financial security, to travel continuously, to have followers, among other things. And if they achieve these things, then they think they have reached the definition of happiness. But in their hearts remain the desire to really feel it. Why does this happen? Because when they reach what they wanted, that is not enough anymore. And if for some reason they lose everything they have conquered, they go into an identity crisis. This happens when you let numbers or things define who you are. In other words, you don't know who you are, your value as a person, and what you really live for. All of this is related to being obsessed with what you project. And sometimes, what you try to project has nothing to do with what goes on inside you. You can project the perfect image of happiness, popularity, and security, but inside of you, feel the opposite way around. What you have to keep in mind is that everything was created by and for God. All things have been created through Him and for Him. He is before all things, and in Him all things hold together. In other words, you exist because He wanted. You are not an error or an accident. God had you in mind, even before you were formed. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. So, who are you? You are His son or His daughter, and your place can't be taken by anyone else, because there is nothing in you that is not special, or something about you that is not worth it. Then, what is your value? You are worth every drop of the blood that was spilled on the cross, and you are the reason for that sacrifice of love. Since you are precious and honored in my sight, God gave you the gift of life, not only to be loved, but also to achieve your purpose. In other words, you are born with a mission. The challenge of this week is, don't put your identity in temporal things, but in God. Now that you know who you are, you know there's nothing to prove. Even if you lose everything, nothing would change who you are.